Alright guys, welcome to the second part or second video of files and folders. I'm already inside my Red Hat, although I'm not logged in. In this video, let me log in with the user KP so that I can show you something more. I'm entering the password. Okay, so the main agenda in this video is how we can create files and folders and how can we remove them. Okay, let me go to my terminal. Okay, so one thing you can notice in the first part or the previous video, I don't need this. Okay, in the previous video, I was logged in with root account and I was in root @localhost, right? As now I have logged in with KP user, so currently I am with KP @localhost. So what is my home directory? What do you mean by home directory? Home directory means after logging in, wherever you were landed. So how can you check? I can use pwd command. This command we have already seen in the last video. See here, I am inside home/kp. So this slash is the main directory. Inside that we have some directory that is home. Inside that we have another directory that is called kp. So one thing I can make a note here. Let me go to Notepad, increase the font. So if I'm logging in with root account, so my normal home directory will be /root, right? And if I'm logging in with KP, that is any general user, the home directory will be /home/KP. Okay, make this or remember this thing. Okay, this might be one interview question whenever you go and so that you know something about Linux. Okay, this is one thing. Next, and how can you check which user you are logged in with? The command is who am I. It is showing that KP. One more command, that is ID. Here you can say the UID is 1000. So the root user has UID 0. Anything apart from 0, any user ID or UID apart from 0, that means general user. So this thing also you can make a note. Who am I? This shows the username with which you have logged in, and another command that is called ID. If is equals to 0, it means it is root user. Anything not equals to 0, this means general user. Okay, so what are the main difference between root user and general user? The main difference is root user has entire power. He can go to any folder, he can remove any directory, he can overwrite, he can see the contents of any file. Okay, root user has all the power, all the privileges, and general users don't have much power. For example, last time I had shown you, if you want to go to / folder, I can press cd/. Okay, let me check. This folder I can go. This can be accessible by general user, but there is a file. Okay, let me tell you first how to read a file. Okay, then I can show you the difference. Just a minute, let me clear the screen. If I'm pressing just cd, means change directory, it will by default land you in the home directory, in your home directory according to the user. Okay, so first of all, let me do here ls. These are the folders. So first of all, let me create file, then we'll read file. So how to create a file? So if you go to Windows and I'm going to command prompt, how can I create a file? I can just type Notepad. It will open a text editor. What is Notepad? It's a text editor, right? I can just type anything here, and finally I can do here save file and save or save as anything as per your requirement. Or what can I do? I can directly go to here using my mouse pointer, type here Notepad. It will open the Notepad. This is GLI and this is CLI. Okay, so in Linux always try to use the CLI. So if you want to use GUI, you can go to activities and type there gedit. There is something called gedit similar to Notepad. Same thing I can type here gedit. Suppose the file name I want to give 1.txt. Okay, see here the file come up, the name is 1.txt. I am typing here my first file. You can directly save here and close, and I am using keyboard Control S to save and Alt plus F4 to close. Okay, file created. Now if I do ls, here you can say this is my file, and the size of file, how I can check, ls-l. You can see the 1.txt, this file is of 14 bytes. Okay, just now I have created this is the timestamp 30th April 12:29. Okay, so again, if you want to read that file, you can also do the same, gedit 1.txt. You can see the contents, but again I'm closing with Alt plus F4. But if you are in CLI, how can you create the file? Because gedit uses your graphical interface. So in CLI you don't have graphical interface, so how can you create? Okay, so there is a command called vi. Okay, it's a little bit tricky, so try to concentrate what are the commands, what I'm saying. Just try to relate and then you can practice. So I'm typing the file name 1.txt, pressing enter. See here, it is showing 1.txt. The file name, single line, one line, 14 characters. How can you see 14 characters? my12, space is also a character, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. I might have given one space, that is why they are counting. Okay, so now how to close this vi text editor? Remember one thing, this vi and one more improved version of vi, that is vim. These two text editors are mostly used in industries or mostly used in Linux environments, so you should be comfortable how to use this. So to close this, just press colon. See here, I pressed colon. Okay, then press Q. Q means quit. Then enter. My vi text editor closed. Okay, now let me create another file, vi2.txt. This file is not there, I'm just creating it. Press enter. Now if you want to give some data or enter some contents, so this is new file, the name is 2.txt. now this is in control mode. If you type something, it won't type. See here, no file name under cursor. So what you can do, press escape, then press I. Okay, so now it is in insert mode. Now anything I will type, that is possible right now. This is my second file. Now I want to save and close it. First of all, I want to save, then I will close. So from insert mode, I have to go to control mode. So go to control mode, you can press escape. See here, insert removed. Now you can enter to the control mode, then press colon. First you have to save. To save, we can press write. It means write operation we are doing. Okay, write means saving the contents in the file. After saving the file, I will quit. So the command for quit is Q, colon WQ, then enter. Now you just want to read vi2.txt. You can see one line, 24 characters. Here you cannot see the insert. There is nothing written here like insert. So by default you are in control mode. Just press colon Q. Now you have nothing to save, you can just quit. That's why colon Q. Press enter. Okay, so vi command, vi text editor is little bit boring because it has no color. You can use vim. It is a bit improved version of vi. It gives some colorful. So while writing some code, maybe Python or maybe shell scripting or maybe Java, you can see the errors and those things. So I can see the same thing with vim1.txt. Here we have written no code, that's why it's not showing any color. Let me create one Python file. I am already in control mode. How to quit, colon Q. Okay, so let me create one file. I'm using vim editor, so I'm creating in Python, so the file name should be test.py. okay, now how to start writing? First of all, press I. You can see here we are in insert mode. So the very simple line I can print bracket start, bracket close, inside that hello. This is copy. Okay, see here you can see something colorful. Okay, so vim is giving extra something colorful like this. So now I have to write the file. It means I have to save. So to get out of insert mode, first press escape, then colon, then I want to save. For saving I have used W, then Q. Now the file is created. If you do ls, you can see one is 1.txt, test.py, and 2.txt. all these things are there. Okay, let me clear the screen. Instead of using vi and vim, there is one command called cat. Cat command helps you to read the file. So one of the file name I have is test, so I can do cat test.py. so what are the contents? It will show print hello, this is kp exclamation mark. Okay, so I can read also. I'm using auto completion. I'm just typing tw and press one tab, it will complete automatically. So this is the content of this file. I can do also cat1. This is my first file. Okay, so you can also use cat command. So there are some more uses of cat command, and I think this video is also going to be very long, so I would like to do the third part. So let me make a note. First of all, just go to notepad. I think I was already creating, right? The third thing we have learned is gedit, that is graphical text editor. Next is vi and vim, and the fifth part is cat. There are some more use cases we can do with vi or vim or cat. We will see them in the next video. And about the folders, how to create folders, those things also we will see later in the next video. Okay, so that's all for the second part. Stay tuned for the third part of files and folders. Thank you so much guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye.